AI Business Brief for May 5, 2026. Sierra raised $950 at $15 B valuation, hitting $150 ARR in 8 quarters. Coding tools crossed from mostly works to almost always works, making $200/month subscriptions worth it. Google launched event-driven webhooks to eliminate polling for long-running AI jobs. Here's the full breakdown of today's top AI stories for your business. Business Brief, May 5, 2026. Next section, lead story. AI coding agents have crossed a critical threshold. For the last 18 months, tools like Claude Code and OpenAI's Codex were useful for developers but limited for everyone else. That changed in November 2025 with the release of GPT-5.1 and Claude Opus 4.5. These tools went from mostly doing what you want most of the time to almost always doing what you want almost all of the time. This shift matters for small businesses because you no longer need to be a professional developer to get value from these tools. If you're comfortable opening a terminal and looking at code, even if you don't understand every line, you can now automate file operations, build simple tools, and create functioning applications by describing what you want. One Zapier writer who previously couldn't write production quality code now pays $200/month for Claude and considers it money well spent. The key difference is that coding agents can now write and run code on your computer, operating on your files instead of just chatting back. This means you can use them for practical tasks like sorting photos by date, renaming email archives, or building custom business tools without hiring a developer. The business impact is already showing up at scale. Uber reports that 10% of all code at the company is now generated autonomously across 8,000 engineers. A hotel booking integration that would normally take a year was completed in 6 months using agentic workflows. For small businesses, this means tasks you previously outsourced or left undone are now within reach at a fraction of the cost. Read more at Zapier. Next section, tools and launches. Google Gemini API adds event-driven webhooks. If you're building applications that use long-running AI tasks, like processing thousands of prompts via Batch API or generating long videos, you can now get real-time notifications when jobs complete instead of polling continuously. Webhooks follow the standard webhook specification with signed requests for security and guarantee at least once delivery with automatic retries for 24 hours. You can configure webhooks globally at the project level or override them per request to route specific jobs. This eliminates inefficient polling that wastes compute and API calls. Available now for all developers. Read the guide. Google Colab now has Learn mode. Instead of just writing code for you, Google Colab's new feature explains the why and how through step-by-step guidance. It's powered by custom instructions, so your notebook saves context about your learning style and project goals. This turns Gemini into a personal coding tutor, free to use with a Google account. If you've been trying to learn Python or automate tasks but get stuck understanding what the code actually does, this is worth trying. Learn more. DoorDash launches AI onboarding and photo tools for merchants. New merchants can point DoorDash's tool to their website, which automatically fetches photos, store hours, and menu items to create a listing. Merchants review and edit before publishing. The platform also added AI retouch, replace backgrounds, sharpen images, optimize lighting, and AI replate, make dishes look professionally plated. If you run a restaurant or food business, these tools remove friction from getting online and making your menu look better without hiring a photographer. Free for DoorDash merchants. Read more. Next section, Business Playbook. OpenAI and PwC are building AI agents for finance teams. The partnership focuses on automating finance workflows like planning, forecasting, reporting, procurement, payments, treasury, tax, and accounting close. OpenAI is using its own finance team as Customer Zero, building a procurement agent internally first and applying those learnings to additional agents. Early results are impressive. OpenAI's finance team used Codex to process 5 times more contracts with the same size team and managed 200+ investor interactions during a recent fundraise with an IR agent. For CFOs and finance teams at small businesses, this signals a clear path. AI agents can automate repeatable work, connect context across systems, and surface risks before month-end or quarter-end close. The collaboration aims to help enterprises move these workflows from prototype to production. Read more. Sierra's revenue growth shows enterprise AI adoption is real. Brett Taylor's customer service AI startup hit $150 million in annual recurring revenue in 8 quarters and serves more than 40% of the Fortune 50. The company's agents handle billions of interactions, from refinancing mortgages to processing insurance claims and managing returns. Sierra's Ghostwriter tool lets users describe what they need in natural language, then autonomously creates and deploys a specialized agent to handle it. Taylor's thesis is that employees will never need to navigate complex enterprise systems again. People log into Workday when they onboard and again at open enrollment, and that's about it. The future is one where AI agents handle the interaction instead. This matters for small businesses because the same dynamic applies at your scale. If you're spending time manually routing customer inquiries or processing repetitive requests, customer service agents are now mature enough to handle that work. Read more. Next section, Pricing and Access Watch. AI subscriptions are now worth the money. ChatGPT Pro at $200/month seemed absurd 18 months ago. Now, multiple developers and writers say it's worth it. The shift happened because AI coding tools became reliable enough to use for production work instead of just experiments. If you're a small business owner who needs custom tools, workflows, or automation, paying for Claude Pro or ChatGPT Pro is cheaper than hiring a developer for even a few hours. The question is no longer, can AI do this, but which AI subscription fits my use case? Read more. Google Vids now generates 10 videos per month for free. Anyone with a Google account can now generate up to 10 videos monthly with Google's AI-powered video editing suite. This is a game changer for small business owners who need professional quality video content without a big budget. If you've been avoiding video marketing because of production costs, this removes that barrier. Available now at no cost. Read more. Next section, Industry Moves. Anthropic and OpenAI both launched joint ventures for enterprise AI. Anthropic partnered with Blackstone, Goldman Sachs, and Hellman and Friedman to distribute AI tools to businesses. OpenAI is collaborating with PwC to bring AI agents to finance teams. Both moves signal the same thing. The AI lab model is shifting from selling API access to selling packaged enterprise services. For small businesses, this means more turnkey solutions instead of having to build everything yourself. Watch for managed AI services that handle deployment, governance, and integration so you can focus on using the tools instead of maintaining them. Read more OpenAI PwC details. OpenAI sales leader James Dite leaves for Thrive Capital. Dite led OpenAI's enterprise sales and API sales at different points during his tenure. His departure follows a string of executive exits at OpenAI in recent months, including product chief Vijay Simo, medical leave, marketing chief Kate Rauch, cancer recovery, and operating chief Brad Lightcap, special projects. For businesses evaluating OpenAI products, this level of executive turnover doesn't immediately affect the technology, but it does signal internal instability. Diversify your AI tool stack instead of relying on a single provider. Read more. Image AI models now drive more app growth than chatbot upgrades. Google's Gemini added 22+ million downloads in 28 days after releasing its Gemini 2.5 Flash image model, 4 times more than typical model releases. ChatGPT added 12+ million installs after introducing GPT-4o image model, 5 times more than text model releases. The pattern is clear. People install AI apps to try new image generation capabilities, not for better conversation. However, downloads don't always translate to revenue. Only ChatGPT turned the increased attention into actual dollars, $70 in consumer spending over 28 days. For small businesses, this means visual content tools are the feature people care about most. If you're building or marketing AI tools, lead with what they can create visually. Read more. Next section, Quick Wins. Use Google Colab's Learn mode to finally understand Python. If you've been copying code snippets without understanding them, Google Colab's new Learn mode explains each line and walks you through the logic. Free to use. Open a notebook, enable Learn mode, and ask it to explain any code you're working with. Try DoorDash's AI photo tools if you run a restaurant. Upload menu photos and let AI retouch clean them up, sharpen, fix lighting, replace backgrounds, or use AI Replate to make dishes look professionally styled. Both tools are free for DoorDash merchants and can make your menu more appealing in minutes instead of hours with a photographer. Next section, Outlook. The AI industry is shifting from research labs to enterprise services. Sierra's $950 raise, the Anthropic Blackstone partnership, and OpenAI PwC collaboration all point to the same trend. AI is moving from API access to managed solutions. For small businesses, this means less technical work to get value from AI. Coding agents have crossed the reliability threshold, making $200/month subscriptions worth it for the first time. Watch for more turnkey AI services that handle deployment and integration so you can focus on results instead of infrastructure. That concludes today's AI Business Brief. From Carolina Clear Tech. Stay smart, stay ahead.